Hey, so I just finished playing the dungeon of Naheulbeuk. 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 It's not easy to say, but it's quite optimized for Google, and it is quite easy to enjoy. Um, so the game is a top-down turn-based RPG. It's also not a dungeon. It's a multi-level keep, I would say, or castle, and you run back and forth unlocking rooms and levels. It's kind of like the Spencer Mansion, your Metroidvanias, your Arkham Asylums. So it's not a dungeon, but it is probably Naheulbeuk. The game is fully voiced. It is 3D modeled and very stylized, soft characters with lots of warm colors, and it's very charmingly animated. So it's plenty of good fun to look at. Your generic dungeon party enters a dungeon in search of loot. Uh, the party members don't even have names, so like the elf is called elf, the dwarf is dwarf, and thief is just called thief, and so forth. But it's fine. They all have clear, distinct personalities, very archetypical. Um, but I liked it. It's some what we call tongue-in-cheek or downright immature humor from time to time, like the ogre farting or the elbow being a clueless bimbo. I lost a little bit track of the story at some point, but it really didn't hinder my enjoyment of this game. So when you play the game, you take control of one of the characters in the party, and those are the leaders that the other will follow. And you run around in this overworld, in this keep, this, let's call it dungeon. Um, and then once you enter combat, it becomes turn-based and on a grid. There are not too many spells per characters, and they all have like clearly defined roles. Like the dwarf is a tank, and the elf is ranged and heal. Um, you will not have fun if you try to use them otherwise. So lean into that. But I found the combat fun, nonetheless. There's a great sense of getting stronger. Um, so I actually started to enjoy the combat more than some of the story um, and the mission. So I started skipping dialogue, which is probably why I lost track of the story. But it was a lot of fun. I played it on easy. There was only a few battles where I had to like prioritize target or apply strategy. It was just what I was looking for. Um, it was easy to maintain gear or manage gear actually or loot when you get it, because not there's not a lot of it, and you a different kind of stuff, and you can only a few characters can use, for example, a bow or a sword. So you don't have um, to test it out on every character. You can say, okay, this sword, two of them can use. Which one has the oldest sword that I can upgrade? And I appreciated that very much. Overall, I had a good fun time playing the Dungeon of Naheulbeuk. So I can easily recommend it. On easy, it was just a nice, relaxing uh, RPG with some combat, some fun humor, with some good dialogue. Yeah, not much to say. I recommend it. So thank you for stopping by today.